Welcome back, everybody, to Fuller's Outdoor Country. Hope everybody's having a great day today. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be installing some food plots for wildlife this season. We're going to be we're trying to hurry. We got a hurricane brewing called Erin, if I remember correctly, and saying it's going to dump a lot of rain. So we're going to try to get these food plots put in before the rain gets here. And it's been dry the last few days. It was 91 yesterday, supposed to be in the 90s again today. So what we're going to do is we tilled it up once. We done bush hogged it, done a top scalp till on it to kill the weeds, and now we're going to do a deep well, not a deep till, about 6-inch till, but we planted it all last year in crimson clover, and I'll post a picture of the crimson clover on top. It turned out beautiful, but it didn't perform during the season. When we planted it, we had a drought for 4 or 5 weeks, and by the time it got established, the frost hit it and it stopped its growth. But man, when it come back in the spring, it was absolutely gorgeous. So, but this field does really good. The deer like to pound it, and we can keep a good eye on this field. What we're going to be planting today is trophy rack deer mix from Country Boy Seeds. They make their own seed blend, and if you've seen last year, we tried their seed, and we planted about 4 different other seed companies. All of them died during the drought, and the Country Boy seed was the only one that survived, but it didn't do its full potential due to the drought. So we're going to try to give it another chance this year and plant it again in one of our top fields. We're not being paid for this. We're doing this to try to help this local company out, and you know, later on we might work out something. We don't know, but like I said, we want to give it a second chance. It's got a mixture of a little bit of everything in it. And when we get to planting it, I'll give you more details about the seed, what it contains, and I'll show it to you and everything. So we're going to get out here and get started. It's still a little bit early, but man, is it hot already. So let's get to it before it gets too hot. We might not get it all done due to the heat and might have to finish it this season. All right, we made it out here. This is what we call our garden plot. This used to be our old garden in here. It's just so steep. It doesn't look that steep, but this is like straight downhill here, and you can't do nothing with it. And it's got really good soil and stuff, but you can see a lot of the organic matter. We've been cutting this and letting it sit here. It was full of clover and crimson clover, ladina clover, and a different other couple of clovers, and we had rye in it also, so should hold some good moisture. Forget it. And right here's our Dunstan chestnuts we planted last year. They're not looking the best. The sun has just about baked everything this year, but there's a plane going over about the time I'm filming. Must be wanting to get some hints on how to plant this food plot. But that's what we're going to try to get in for the hurricane gets here. I don't know how far it's going to come in coast. They said we might get a lot of rain. We might not get anything, but you know, at least it is a chance of rain. But there's a little bit of remnants of some clover is in here, but we'll get her tilled in good today. Like I said, we did what they call a top kill on this. We missed a few spots. That's nothing the time we till it in, but we got the rear tine tiller on. Someone's gonna ask why I got the plate off. Why we do that sometimes when it's this hot is it helps keep the tractor from overheating. in all this dust and stuff. Got one side on, one side off. And that thing, you got to run it at 2,500 RPMs to make it work. But I tell you what, this little Massey Ferguson tractor, if you guys are looking for a good tractor, I mean, there's a lot out on the market, but she's getting close to 1,400 hours on her now. And she runs like a top. She might tear up in a day or two, but she's been a good tractor. And I bought that with my own money. It's no one give me nothing. So, and we rebuilt this tiller here. It's 15 years old, I think now. I just got through rebuilding it, and it's doing a really good job. But like I said, we're going to get out here before it gets too hot. It's hot right now, but it's supposed to be in the upper 90s again today. It was 91 yesterday. Humidity is crazy, so let's get started before it gets too hot. All right, I wanted a minute to cool off, and as you can see, it's looking pretty good. This field's got really good soil in it, but it's just full of rocks. And every year as we till up here at the top here, more you till and work it and plow it, the rocks just keep rolling downhill. And you get down here at the bottom, it looks like a paved parking lot down here. There's so many gravel. So eventually I'm going to be trying to find a rock rake. If there's any companies out there that you recommend that make a good rock rake, let us know. We got a couple that we're looking at, but you know, we'd like to take our viewers' advice if they've got experience. But you can see the organic matter. They got all kinds of it. You see it right here. That's from all the wheat and rye and clover over the years. And we just keep bush hogging it and letting it build up, and then we come through and till it so it'll have, you know, get down in the soil, hold moisture when it does rain, and keeps your fields from eroding. And then you got to you have to hold your seed in here in place. But Here's a better shot of it. This is what we have done, and this is what we got to go. So it's just getting so hot out here. I doubt we'll be able to put the seed down till this evening, but I just wanted to show you where we was at. I'm gonna get off here real quick and keep tillering, and I probably won't film it because it's just getting so hot that I'm trying to beat this heat. As you can see out here, we got a major rock problem. I mean, it just piles and piles up over here. Over the years, when we bought this farm years ago, they used to tobacco farm all this. This was a tobacco field. And as they plowed and disked and whatever they done, all the rocks just keep rolling downhill. And over here and there where the tractor is, a big old pile of rocks where they piled out of the field. But you can just see it's just like, it's almost as if they make their own rocks. I swear it is. And when you think it looks bad right now, you gotta wait until it rains on it. It'll look like a paid parking lot out here. So, but my little granddaughter, she wants to come and help Papa pick up some rocks. She's 7 years old, so she likes to do this stuff. She thinks it's fun now. She ain't figured out that it's work yet, but I wanted to let you see what we're working with. Like I said, this soil is wonderful soil. I've been working on it for about 26, 27 years now, building this soil up, and the soil's really rich, but the main problem is we got to deal with a lot of rock, and it's limestone rock, so I mean, it's rough on the tiller times, but also it does help balance out the pH, grinding up some of this. But that's what we're working with. We just wanted to show you. All right, as you can see behind me, we got her done. I'm trying to stand in a little bit of shade right now. It's just so hot you can't hardly stand it. It's got to be up in the 90s already. I'm not going to put no seed down right now. I said it ain't no use of putting it down, letting it bake in the sun today. Probably come back this evening and drag, put it down, and after it cools down, and drag the field. But this is where we're at for now, and hopefully we'll see you later this evening if nothing else happens. All right, it's cooled down some. We got a little cloud cover come over, so we're going to try to take advantage of it. It's a little bit later in the evening. Try to get this seed put down, because it's been so hot. I'm afraid this seed's gonna bake. They done changed the weather on us twice now. They told us it was gonna rain Wednesday. Now they're saying Friday. So we got to get the seed down one way or the other. We just got to see if we're going to get the rain. So we don't know yet, but we're going to get it put in, and that's all we can do at this point. So you know, you got to want to plant when there's rain in the forecast. We got this big hurricane brewing, so we don't know if we're going to get any rain from it or a whole lot of rain from it. So, but like I said, we're just trying to get this going. All right. All right, we're going to be putting the Country Boy Trophy Rack Deer Blend mix in this field here. This is one of our top rated fields on the farm. A lot of them do good, but this one, it drains good. It's got really good soil. And like I said, we tried this last year. It was right in the middle of that drought. We didn't get to see the full potential of it. It did good for the drought, but hopefully we're going to get some adequate rain and we can see what it does, so we can bring more information over to you guys. So you know, if we recommend it, it's good because we tested all. That's all we need to let you know is we do honest reviews. And if we try something, if it does good, if it does adequate, if it does superb, we're going to tell you. So, but like I said, this is what we're using here. And we're going to get started while we got this cloud cover. And what I'll do here in a little while is I'll read you everything that's in here. Well, I can do it right now. Okay, it's called Trophy Rack Fall and Winter Deer Mix. It has rye, Australian winter peas, oats, buckwheat, rape, purple top turnips, white Burmese clover, Valencia clover. So it's got a pretty good blend in it. You're not going to have to worry about the buckwheat in it because we're so late in the year. You won't have time to mature to put on seed, and then the deer like to eat on it, and it'll give the bees a late winter source of pollen. So we like to take care of the bees and the deer at the same time. So we're going to get started here. There's what she looks like. Good mixture of peas and everything in there. You can see everything. So I'll just donate that. Try this again. Hey, Gavin, you ought to know, here comes the sun again. We're going to be using this Champion cedar. I had ordered a solo cedar. Somehow I got a Champion cedar, but I don't know. It does pretty good, but I really would have liked to try the solo. I've heard a lot of good stuff about the solo cedar, and I like to try it out for myself, so if I can recommend it for you. This does a pretty good job. Sure beats that little handheld one I use. So, well, let's get started though. It's getting so hot again, you can't stand it again. Thought we was gonna meet this.
All right, everybody, we finally got her done. As you can see, but look, Dammy, I'm about to melt. We tried to wait till later in the evenings and wait for some cloud cover. Now the cloud comes over after I'm done. Jeez, that's just my luck. But like I said, we tried this last year. It got burned up during the drought. It was the only one that really survived. It only got about half its potential. So we wanted to use it again this year because we had a lot of people that was interested in it. And you know, we want to give a truthful opinion. I can't give a truthful opinion if I plant it, then we get hit by a drought. And you know, I would be doing a bad review for the viewers, and I would be doing a bad review for this company, so it just wouldn't be right. So, but we got her sowed, and just gonna need some rain. Hopefully we'll get some rain from this hurricane. I just hope the people on the coast is safe. And if you're enjoying watching these food plot segments, you know, like we say, we're a farm slash homestead, so you know, we try to live off the land, and we try to plant stuff for the wildlife and the deer and stuff. But you know, we do deer hunt, and we try to keep our deer as healthy as possible and provide them with a good life. You know, we leave them alone year round, watch them, take care of them, put mineral out for them, you know, salt, supplements. We do everything we can to keep a healthy deer herd. Right now, all over the United States, there's problems with deer dying popping up everywhere. And a lot of that's to do with states not letting the hunters or farmers put out mineral. They can say what they want, but if your deer are lacking in minerals and vitamins, they can't fight these diseases off. So, you know, get out there and put you some mineral and stuff out, but try to buy something that's just not a lot of salt. And I'm going to do a segment on how to enhance your deer mineral licks for you. And I've been using it for years, and it works, and we've seen an increase in the buck's horns and everything. So, but that's just something else we're going to do. Thanks everybody for tuning in to Fuller's Outdoor Country. If you can, go down there and subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing to subscribe, and you're not, you know, in a subscription. You don't have to pay for nothing. A lot of people think if they subscribe, they have to pay, but it's not like that on YouTube unless you buy commercial-free stuff. Then you got to pay a fee for that. But almost everybody that's on there, you just go down, subscribe, give them a like, share it, comment. Tell us what you like about what we're doing, and we'll try to answer everybody. And we look forward to you seeing you on next time. Have a great day, and God bless everybody.